taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire, and those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
The Mustangs come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. To the air, it's Jennings. Makes the grab, it's Knight. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
And the Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The Mustangs really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on third down.
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Picks up the first down, still moving. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And we talked to the coaches coming in, right? Like, they knew they were going to see the option. But the speed is so much faster in the game, and the offense does a really good job getting it to the pitch man pretty quickly, making that read and making a play early in this football game.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Might be looking to run. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking for a man. It's Collins. This time he's got his man. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Plays like that, a common sight for Syracuse fans a year ago as Kyle McCord led the nation in passing. The Orange won 10 games, won their highest profile bowl in a quarter of a century. Without McCord, what's the expectation now, Dan?
I mean, it was crazy, first of all, what Fran Brown did. Like, to take Syracuse and to make them believe, and then the high-flying offense, but now completely retooling, reloading, like, all the pass catchers at the quarterback spot. So interested to watch this offense and how they put it together, because last year they found an absolute diamond in the rough.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Little touch pass to the receiver. Wide open spaces. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Offense working from the pistol. Scanning the field, it's Jennings. Got it in the middle, it's Knight. Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the first down.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too and got to hold on to that thing.
Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
That's caught. It's Harden. Gives him the big stiff arm. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. And the Mustangs are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Hudson.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Mustangs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll try the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Fires to the right. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's Willis. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Here comes the heat. A strike downfield. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run, and this guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Collins. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big 3rd down play to keep the drive going. Wants to throw it. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got him backed up. Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. That's a great way to set the tone. You get the lead and you get a nice bounce.
And you know, Reese, you're getting the breaks early. Offense got the break, the tip right there, but those breaks tend to even out throughout a game. But so far, this offense has executed well, and they have the lead.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield. There he goes. They finally make the stop, but what a way to end this first quarter after that fantastic play. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Dropping back, it's Jennings. He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a colossal top 5 matchup. Let's fill you in on what's going on. Florida has the lead right now, but those Gator Chomps haven't come easy. They're in a tight one right now in Gainesville. They're up by 10 over Texas. We'll circle back if anything changes in this contested top 5 matchup. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the tight end. They believe they can run right here. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Collins. Fires on the move. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. You know, when you get off to a tough start in conference play like these guys have, sometimes the temptation is just to try to get through it, play out the string. How can they turn it around?
Well, they just need to put a game together in all 3 phases for 4 quarters, and they haven't been able to do that yet this year, especially, David, when they've gotten an ACC play.
Yeah, and they've struggled. It's not the start they wanted, but what a coach is talking about. Like, when you get some adversity, how are you going to respond? And how do we finish the second half of the season so we can build on it for the future? It's not pretty, it's not fun, but let's finish strong throughout this conference play.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
The Orange will have to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
And the Mustangs can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun to give, looking for room. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
The Mustangs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to run for it. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Mustangs will have it 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Creates a little room. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
To the air on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Throws to the tight end. Got his man. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And on that RPO, they just can't link up. Timing was a little bit off. The ball came out quickly, just not the most accurate throw, and the defense was in good position.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? To the air, it's Collins. Grab behind the line, it's Willis. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. When the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
On 3rd down, going up top. Finds his big tight end. And he makes a completion there, set up and in business at the 20. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Wideout trying to get it in. Brought down after the catch at the 4-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Well, when you get down here inside the red zone, you got to be able to run the football. And it's one thing to do it conventionally, but I like the idea of mixing it up and trying to go jet sweep.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Dropping back, it's Collins. Caught in the backfield, it's Willis. And that one did not work.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on 3rd.
This is a big moment for this offense. You keep the ball this long, you have to finish the deal. 3rd and goal. The option look. The pitch. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. The field goal is no good. Guys, that field goal could loom large. Missing an opportunity to get within a touchdown. We're still sitting on a 10-point game. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
And I think out routes are solely about timing, because that wide receiver is going to get to a point and break it off straight to the sidelines, and you can just tell he put too much mustard on it and just led him a little bit too far.
To the air, it's Jennings. Finds his tight end.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
The Mustangs come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. On the option. He's loose. He'll get it all the way to the 13-yard line before he's forced out of bounds.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air, it's Collins. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On third down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Cuse.
And finally, the offense strikes, man. Puts a drive together, gets points right at the end of the first half. Kudos to their defense keeping them in it. Now you got some momentum. Figure some things out at halftime. Right back in this ballgame.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's not going to take the touchback. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Mustangs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Isn't the play-action fake supposed to make those guys take a half a beat before they come and destroy the quarterback?
Yes, trying to slow him down as much as possible, but it's predicated, too, on me reading that and me seeing it, and they didn't bite it at all. You better run the football effectively if you're going to run play-action, because they did not bite on the play-action fake at all.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Syracuse with a major problem and a long way to go on third down. Back to pass, it's Collins. Makes the grab, it's Cook. And they pick up just a few on that completion. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the first down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing it's third and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Wants to throw on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Looking deep down the right side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. He'll do it himself. Oh, better look out. Kearney on the Jets. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Dropping back, it's Jennings. Zings it complete to the right. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Trying to bull his way in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Just going to keep it after the snap. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
You could tell he trusted himself. He thought he could take off, get that first down, Just a little too much speed on that defense. They closed that gap so quick, didn't let him get to the first down marker. Turnover on downs.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's going up top. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking for a man. It's Collins. Makes the catch. It's Ross Simmons. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pulls it in. It's Nixon. It's a running room. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Caught over the middle. It's Cook. He got loose. Almost housed it. Finally dragged down at the 32.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Collins. Flips it out in the flat. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Guys in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. Gives it on the option. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The Orange converted and picked up that last first down by keeping it on the ground. Maybe they go right back to it. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Collins. Rushes on him. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gill. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on 3rd down. Forget that. Let's go get the 1st down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a 1st and goal situation.
So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw, it's Collins. Grabbed in the backfield, it's James. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught behind the line, it's Hart. They'll stop him short on 3rd down, and this defense trying to make sure they stay on top.
Big decision now for the head coach with 4th down close to the goal line. You're down by 3. It's the 4th quarter. Do you take advantage of this field position and go for the knockout blow, try to take the lead? I would play it safe here. Count on my defense to get me the football back and give me a chance to win.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So now things a bit harder after that delay of game penalty, and now you got to worry about getting it out of the shadow of your own goalpost. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. it's right down the boulevard. Fellas, we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, all the talk this week. Let's find out how things are playing out in this top 5 duel. Florida is down right now inside the swamp, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Gainesville today. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Texas. We will circle back if anything big happens in this top 5 matchup you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin. It's a seam wide open. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Back to throw, it's Jennings. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Wants to throw again. Bring in the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
He wants to change this route. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass, and you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Tight end now in motion. Give to the running back. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big 3rd down play to keep the drive going. Back to pass, it's Collins. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And that inside linebacker showing you the speed and the recognition. He saw a gap and saw a crease and a free path to the quarterback, and whoo, he took it.
They booted away on 4th down. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Leaves it with the back. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Back to pass on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Hudson. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Let's see what they've got on second down. They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you got to bang a timeout right here. You've got 2 left. After running the football, save as many seconds as you can to give yourself an opportunity to come back and win this game.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Jennings. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line. The pressure was rising. Drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And this is a big 3rd down for this offense, man. I'm really interested to see how they attack. Because this defense, you can tell, man, they're going to continue to play aggressive. Late in the football game, they want to get a stop, get the ball back to their offense. A good chess match going on right now.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Third down upcoming for the offense after the incomplete pass. Wants to throw. It's Collins. Fires left. Pulls it in. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Works the middle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Now the offense has its shot to keep this game from going into overtime. Looking downfield on first down. The short hands, it's Ross Simmons. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And that's why quarterbacks take their offensive lines out for all-you-can-eat wings. Clean pocket, able to step up, scan the entire field, and pick the open receiver.
Looks as if he's going to run it. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. Looking for a crease. It's James. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be for the win. And it's good. He got it. He missed earlier, but connects when it mattered the most. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets, and then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching, because they're a much better team than what they showed today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Fielded in the end zone. It's Gibson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the wideout. To the air. It's Manning. Pressure coming. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Terrible way to start this game if you're on offense. You've given up 2 straight negative plays. You ran the ball on first down for negative yards, and then you take a sack now on second down. That tells me this offensive line has got to wake up. You knew this was physically going to be a challenge, but you've got to get ready to go, and you've got to fire off the ball because going backwards ain't going to get it done.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Longhorns decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. To the air on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Gibson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
3rd and short now from their own 48. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll send the back in motion. Here's the handoff. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Just feeds the running back. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down.
love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. The give out of the gun. Defense fills those gaps. He's got...
Entering settings screen, you have 29 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Bookie narration volume set to 100.
The 28th. Play this game in the shadow of big text. You can get a corny dog out there, play carnival games, and see one of the great rivalries in the sport, David.
It's crazy. You literally walk outside of the stadium, and there are thousands upon thousands of people. They don't even realize a football game's going on, Jesse. They're just having a good time.
You're right. It's part of what makes this game so special. The Red River rivalry, there's just so much fanfare. There's so much tradition. And remember, with bragging rights on the line, this thing just means more.
The Longhorns are marching down the field. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Scanning the field, it's Manning. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Right on target this time. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Just keep slinging it. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down.
When I'm a quarterback and I see zone and I see my guy curl up real quick, I got to hum it. And he threw that thing with some revolutions, with some velocity right to his receiver so he could make the catch.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll try to power their way ahead. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackled.
It's complete to the right. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for him.
The Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on third and short. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11.
Well, this offense didn't get off to the start they wanted, going 3 and out of the gate. But on the second drive, they're doing much better. They're finding a rhythm, and I think a big part of that is establishing the running game. And really nice job on that last one, picking up the first down.
And the Longhorns started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Steamrolls his way ahead. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He'll pull it on the read. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against a different defense.
So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here comes the option. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Motion from the back. They want to run this quarterback. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
He goes out of bounds right at midfield. And the Sooners are in the hurry-up. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Wide receiver comes in motion, looking to pass. It's Mateer. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
The give to the running back from the shotgun.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Ott. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle, setting up for it.
On fourth down, going to the air. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why...
There he goes! Turning it on! The 30, the 20. He's at the... And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas!
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Catch in the middle, it's Lewis.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Sategna. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
I hate the coverage on that third down, guys. There's just way too much cushion, making it too easy between the QB and receiver there. The next time they get in a third down situation, similar down and distance, they've got to play press coverage and make this offense earn it.
The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves him with 3rd and 2.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
The Sooners send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Wide receiver going in motion. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Speeding down the left side. Oh, he's got some touchdown Longhorn. Once he got some room, it was over. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Bowling Green is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Toledo. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Makes the grab down the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot, the transfer portal. You bring in a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him, so a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping they will match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Batir. Under fire. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with this target.
He'll field the punt. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Finds a little space. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. 2nd down coming up. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back to throw, it's Manning. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And the Sooners can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. caught near the sticks. It's Lewis. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The Sooners headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Makes the catch, it's Ott. They get him down at the 36, it will be a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. Got some room to run. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Longhorns will boot it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations.
Oh, a lot of space. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
At 3rd down, they keep it on the ground with their playmaker. They give him the football. They got so much confidence in this guy and their offensive line, and they get the first down.
Listen, just to be on the field on 3rd down as a running back means you've got to be versatile, right? You got to be able to catch the ball. You got to be able to block. But if they want to hand it off to you on 3rd down, too, you got to be able to go find a way to keep the drive alive. This dude has all the tools in the toolbox. Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
To the air, it's Mateer. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
How great is it if you're a defensive coordinator that you know I can put 6 DBs on the field in my dime package and I can still get home rushing 4. My guys up front are better than your guys, and we're going to go prove it. And they did just that.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for a huge play. Finds a spot in the middle. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Got it in the middle. It's Wingo. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Now the play fake. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Dropping back, it's Manning. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown, Texas! And the route is on. And Bebo's really starting to snarl right now, and he'd love to rub the Sooner Schooner's face right in it, David.
Yeah, they got it cooking. The Longhorns are looking good. In this rivalry game, you got half the crowd in this burnt orange, Jesse, that is going bananas right now.
Boomer Sooners got the weapons, though, guys, on offense. You've got the horses on the outside. Turn this thing into a track meet. I know you're down here, but you can change this game. It just takes one play.
Fair catch, called for and made. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, coming out in the second half, they knew they needed to throw the ball to have success, and they have not yet found a completion here in the 3rd quarter. This quarterback has got to be able to find a way to get himself back in rhythm.
Finding an escape route. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Four punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. They'll move the wide receiver. Snap from the gun on third down. Got a man. It's Ott. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
That's why, as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on third down, because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. Might be changing the route. Converts on fourth down. Still going. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
To the air, it's Mateer. Snagged in the middle, it's Lewis.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the Sooners in a good spot here with second and short. On the ground, it's Ott. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The Sooners have this offense rolling. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Gibson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. That's caught. It's Gibson. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Powers through the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. To the air, it's Manning. Pocket breaking down.
Oh, that might be a little too close for comfort for me. If I'm a play caller, I want to create some space. I want to take a shot, maybe throw the football down the field. But I want my quarterback to know, like, listen, hey, we're really close. We're a bad spot away from 2 points for the other team.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They're just hoping to get a little breathing room for the punt. Picked off. A turnover in their own end.
I I absolutely understand the thought process of this offense. The defense has to cover 99 yards. I'm okay with throwing the football, but man, you got to throw that thing aggressively where only your guy can get it, not the defender. They make a big play, create some big momentum, and set their offense up in awesome field position.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Sooners! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Getting set for the point after. And after the extra point, they're now down 24-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Phyllis, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Bowling Green is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 10 to Toledo. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Back to pass, it's Manning. Got it in the middle, it's Wingo. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got it behind the line. It's Ott. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Sategna. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. On target to the left. Across the 25, he's got room. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
A shot toward the end zone. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Leaves it with the back. Takes it the other way.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And the Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. DB's right up on the receivers. Keep it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Firing to the right, complete. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down, and now they have to make a call. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Dropping back, it's Batir. On the run, still looking. That's caught. It's Gibson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. To the ground to try to move the chains. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Off play action on 1st down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Here's the heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Leaves it with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute.
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Nice job. Had a little hang time, getting it up in the air. It's coming inside the 10. That thing goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Batir. Working that wide receiver screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Now on the move. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Lewis. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be thrown to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Wants to fire on second down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football.
And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed fourth down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun, running back on the move. And after they get him on the ground, that's going to do it. It was the Longhorns who will ride off into the sunset with the coveted Golden Hat Trophy after beating their despised rival to the north. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.